When you're getting stronger, squatting is a must, and everyone in our gym does it. However, if someone comes into our gym and they're unable to get into the low bar position, we have to find a way for them to squat. And today I want to go over the safety squat bar, one of my favorite specialty bars that allows me to do just that. In the low bar position, which we prefer, the barbell will sit below the spine of the scapula and on the meat of the rear delts. Now, lifters will often come in here unable to get the bar in the right position below the spine of the scapula. They might have old shoulder injuries or just an overall lack of mobility that prevents them from doing that. Over time, we can get most people in the correct position. However, if some are unable to, this is where the safety squat bar comes in play. Let's take a look. So the main feature of this thing is for the lifters to be able to have their hands comfortably in front of their body and the bar resting solidly on the back. What we're looking for is for much of the surface area as possible of the pad to be on our back. Now you can see just from how I'm doing this now that there's absolutely no strain in the shoulders. The bar is solid, it's in position, and I can actually manipulate the position of the plates relative to midfoot depending on where I want to push that camber with my arms. Now, the downside, slight, to the safety squat bar is that because the bar is higher up on the back and not in the low bar position as we'd prefer, we're gonna have a more vertical back angle. And a more vertical back angle means less work for the posterior chain, which means a little bit less muscle mass involved. We won't be able to do as much weight. However, our trainees are still squatting, and that's the #1 priority. Take our usual setup, feet underneath, big breath, pop it up, 2 steps back. Now our stance is gonna be just like our low bar squat, heels about shoulder width apart, and toes turned out about 30 degrees, roughly. Now the main feature of this is I'm not actually gonna get my chest pointed down as I would in a low bar squat because the bar is higher up on my back. I'm thinking keep my chest a little bit up, upper back tight. I'm gonna look at a place on the floor, 10, 15 feet away, so my neck is neutral. I'm gonna take a big breath of air, squeeze as usual, reach my butt back, open my knees, and drive up. Big breath, reach, and drive up. And I can feel immediately the difference between what I'm using coming out of the bottom with this versus driving the hips out of the bottom in the low bar squat. Let's look at how the 2 angles are different. So as you'll notice, once I'm set up, the difference in back angle at the bottom of a squat with the safety bar versus my typical low bar squat. This will be much more vertical because of where the bar is placed on my back rather than below the spine of the scapula. Take a big breath of air, elbows tight. So what are the other uses for this thing? As we said before, primarily, this is a tool for us to get people to squat who can't otherwise get the bar in the right position on their back. This is also a perfectly suitable light day squat variation on a 4-day split or something like that, or on your light day Wednesday. If you want to throw this in for some variation, it's fine. Now, if you're unable to get in the low bar squat and the safety bar is what you use, it doesn't mean you're not going to go heavy. You're still going to progressively overload this thing like everything else. I've used it myself. I've gone quite heavy on it. Also, for your lighter days, there's no reason why you can't combine typical low squat variations with a safety squat bar. You can do a tempo safety squat, a pause safety squat, box safety squat bar, whatever. If you want to use that in your program, it's totally fine. The biggest thing for us is it's a tool in here to get people stronger so that everybody progresses in this gym. If you'd like to learn how the barbell can transform your body, even one of these, and change your life, there's no better place to be than right here with us at Brussels Barbell. Strength matters. Find yours with us.